Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w Vampyr. Dobra, to na czym ostatnio skończyliśmy? Lekarstwo. No tak.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
I choja umiera.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
O, to tam wampirzyca. Wampirzyca.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised.
Zobaczymy.
Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
O fuck, przygotuję coś.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please
Przesadzasz.
continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
O.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé.
A mam to rozwiązać jak jeszcze, bo
Condition.
tu się chyba nie dogadaliśmy. Tam jest.
So many deaths.
Ew, disgust.
A lot of my own life.
Corner.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call.
Dobra, mogę ją zahipnotyzować?
Competent cunt slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them.
What?
Can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones.
No, to chciałem się
Something to go on.
dowiedzieć.
See you on the next round.
Znajdź siostrę. Okej. To
The
będzie niezłe.
patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
The giant moon disguised as a hospital.
No to... chuja.
Darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. Abraham.
Jeszcze niżej. Tu jest zejście niżej?
This dead flesh need.
Dobra, zobaczmy. Jestem tu. Jestem na jednym już. Czyli tu jest zejście niżej. Dobra, pójdziemy tędy. No, coś mi się
It's
tu
locked,
świeci.
all right.
Pięknie.
Just came here in the first place.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
O, dobra.
Don't worry, we're safe. No one is here. Relax. Don't worry. We're safe.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
A nie mogę. Od razu znalazłem. O, panie. Chyba od razu znalazłem. Czekaj, co to będzie?
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Ja coś czuję, że mogłem się ulepszyć. Coś tak czuję. Co do?
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Ile krwi? O, wampir. Dobra, mam ci dość. Ty, nie mam krwi w ogóle.
This is
Chodź tu, chodź tu, chodź tu. Dobra. Przynajmniej coś. Nie, O kurna.
What creature is this?
Wilkołakiem walczę. Wilkowampirem. O, fuck. Nie, złapał mnie, no. Chodź tutaj. Czemu on ma tak mało? Ty, no bez jaj. Akurat trafił. Shit! Dawaj krew! Nie gadaj, że mu się zwiększy. Kurna, ale to... Dawaj krew, dawaj krew, dawaj krew! Jeszcze raz! Dobra. Shit. Shit! No! O, ale się namęczyłem. Powiedz, że on coś fajnego ma. Ale się ułożył! Ale brzydki.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
To na badania siostry Crane.
Some voucher for a free check-up in Whitechapel.
A ten nic ciekawego nie ma, naprawdę?
I really must find her.
Dobra, wracamy.
Find this Petrescu fellow.
Trochę mi to zajęło, ale jestem. Ni chuja. Czemu nie mogę używać mocy? Nadal nie mogę używać mocy, nie wiem co się dzieje.
As long as you have the money.
Dobra.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Hipnozuj. Hipnozuj!
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I'm perfectly fine, thanks to my miraculous elixir. You, on the other hand, look pale and tired, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Nie będę nic kupował.
When
Dobra.
science fails you, this
Mam
elixir will give
gdzieś.
you faith again.
Nie chcę jej poznawać. Ja chyba będę poznawał ludzi i ich wysysał kurna poza nagrywaniem. O, tutaj jest.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Oj, z chęcią.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
A o to chodziło.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
A,
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
dobra, zobaczmy.
Please, I
Nie
don't
wiem,
have your
pierwszego
money.
lepszego.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You play for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being told.
Dobra, tam. Walić.
Goodbye.
I should never have taken up my father's business. I should never have taken up my father's business. Is there only pain?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Dobra, hipnotyzuję. No i takie coś tam mi pasuje. 1500 chyba za niego.
Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
350, no za mało się dowiedziałem od niego. Mieszkanie. Dobra, popatrzmy. Gdzieś tutaj na bank jest. Jest dziennikarz.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Ile muszę? O,
I
4.
heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm cheap and I'm
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
Oczywiście. Jakoś krwi zdrowy. Szukam. 5,
I've had
żegnam.
enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Good evening, Doctor.
Przed
Can
chwilą
I help you?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Unable to see the
Cichaj
true
tam.
horror around you.
Would you like me to...
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Amelia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Would you like me to revive you?
Unable to see the true horror around you.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Good evening, Miss.
It's far.
Do-
I don't.
So,
None.
why?
Before.
What?
All
Quite,
quite.
well, what do you... I... Good evening, Miss.
It's
What do you...
all
quite...
quite.
I... What...
All
quite...
quite.
Well,
Has
what do
the
you...
beast. We
What... I have heard enough that...
Kurwa. Dobra, wracamy. Bez komentarza, tylko nawet nie wiecie, ile mi to zajęło. Spierdalać. O, jest, nareszcie dotarłem do niego.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott.
Dobra, twoje życie w Londynie, nie,
May I
szukam.
ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name.
Zakochany, kurwa.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Dziękuję.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Dobra, do Dariusa. Co to skończy się, to będę kurwa z godziny montował. Montował, wycinał i kurwa dokładał.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense.
Muszę ogarnąć, jak się ulepsza hipnozę.
Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though. If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Poziom drugi.
Goodbye,
A ja nie mam, więc... Mam poziom pierwszy. Muszę ogarnąć. Hipnozę muszę ogarnąć, bo to naprawdę przydatna rzecz.
Razvan, control yourself. Calm. Calm. I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Ja się nie znam na tym. Dobra, fuck it. Wyższe z ciebie krew, pierdolę to. Mogłem dokończyć to w samotności.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dobra, dosyć tego jest.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nie. Nie. Zapomniał wszystkich. Tak.
There is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
Nie ma litości. Teraz wstań, kukiełku i bądź mi posłuszna.
I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
No. Wy z wampirem. Wypier. Dobra, spotkamy się i spadamy. O fuck, zaraz padnę. Dawaj krew. 5000 mam, ale będzie z tego. Pięknie, odblokowane. Tam też odblokuję. 5000, kury. Spróbuję odblokować hipnozę, jak się da. Dobra, do szpitala mam wrócić. Podniosę ją naprawdę wysoko.
You know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on,
coś zjebałem. Dobra, powoli. Tak, w dół i prosto. I w prawo, prosto. Nie skręcamy. Zaraz ewoluujemy. Ja ewoluuję już poza filmem, będę ewoluował wampira. Dobrze idę? Nie chuja, nie dobrze idę. Czy da się odblokować z tej mańki? Powiedzcie, że tak. Tak. No.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
A to nie byłem. Oh shit! Chyba sobie żartujecie. Ja stąd spadam. O nie, pułapka. Pięknie, łowcy wampirów, jeszcze kurna czego. No. Bardzo ładnie, teraz następny, chodź tutaj. Słabiawy jakiś.
Don't like burning, don't. I'll take its head.
Shit. O panie. Ja już nie chcę. Dobrze idę. Ty. Czemu mnie cofa? Przez chwilę mnie cofało, nie wiem czemu. No. No i Ashley. Udało się. Pokój zaraz zrobimy. Zaraz to zrobię. Ale złożę jej relację. Aj. Umarł. A.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare
bym się
and precious
kłócił.
commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Dobra. O! Dobre, ile masz
I know
lat?
this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
I bid you
Czekam.
farewell. For now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Dzięki za oglądanie, to wszystko na dzisiaj. Na razie.